Hello everyone, it's Michelle here from 3Ps, and today I want to share with you some projects that I've finished, some pocket letters, and a couple of cards that I've tried making, and I'm going to be sending out to relatives for holidays. So today I want to, I apologize for the mess that's on my table. It's getting close to Christmas and everything's just a big mess. I got presents and tape and just things are everywhere. So I'm sure a lot of people know how that is. So anyway, want to share with you, first one is in this box here. In a previous video, I showed where you could make some little boxes to send out for your pocket letters for holidays, or I guess for any time really. In hindsight, I should have made the boxes a teeny bit wider. The pocket letter fits fine inside the box, but it's a little snug with tissue paper, and it is, as you can see, it's kind of bowing it out a little bit on the sides. But I am mailing these, so they're going to be in some, mailing package. So I'm going to tape this up anyway and wrap it, so it'll be fine. But I think in the future, I'm just going to make these just a teeny bit wider than what they are right now. So lesson learned for next time. So inside, I just wrapped it up with some simple tissue paper. Like I said, the box is pretty snug, the size that I made. So next time I'll make a little bit bigger box so I can add some stuffing. I planned on putting like a batting in it and making it a little bit more decorative, but I didn't realize the box is going to be so snug. So I just opted for some simple tissue paper. And so inside is the pocket letter that I made. This is for my sister-in-law. Got a little extra piece of washi tape there. Don't know where that came from. So this is what this ended up looking like, and I coordinated the box with the band. So it's the same plaid behind it. I ended up having quite a few scraps from the boxes I made. For this one, I just used a piece of plaid to wrap around to create a belly band. And so it just wraps around. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I use double-sided tape, stick it together to stick the ribbon onto the cardboard. So it wraps around pretty sweet looking. And then it just slides off like that. And I just used some simple curling ribbon that I thought, kind of went nicely with the pocket letter, and attached it with a little button. So that's how that turned out. And then inside, they'll receive the pocket letter. So this is how this turned out. I thought it turned out pretty nice. It's got a coordinating envelope right here. It's got a little note inside. Stamped a little reindeer with their message. Some reindeers there. Some washi tape. And it goes inside for their little letter. And let's see, this pocket here has a gift card, little gift card holder. Let's see, and this is a notebook. Here. Real simple. It's simple, but I think it looks nice. And then I showed in another video where I had made these wooden nameplates, and then I made some wooden magnets. So I made a magnet using my wood burning tool. Sorry, I should have showed you before I wrapped it, but I wrapped it in some wrapping paper to make for a little gift. And there's the tea pack there. And this is already taped closed up, but it's got a name card inside with my sister-in-law's name on it. And then some little candies. I thought that turned out real cute. And so that's the gift that they'll receive. And then I tried making a coordinating card. I'm using some of the same washi tape that I had used on this here on the pocket letter. So, and then I created 'Tis the Season. These are just some alphas I got it Tuesday morning. This was my attempt at an origami bow. It took me a while. lots of bad ones. And then I just I put the washi tape on the bow with a little red jewel there. So I thought that turned out nice, at least the front part anyway. And then on the inside, this is their message. And then I made a little, their initial, and just stamped Merry Christmas and a little decoration. So, pretty simple little card here. I don't have any die cut machines or anything to mass produce cards, so everything is for that person, for that individual, which I thoroughly enjoy doing. So I kind of like taking that extra little touch for, family and friends. And then just to close it up, I have still a bunch of these little stickers that I got from Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 200, and it's hard to use up 200 stickers. Although I did use up the snowflakes. I used the snowflakes twice. I bought 2 packages, so I used up all the snowflakes. And then just going to use this little reindeer as a closure on the envelope. And then it'll slip. The envelope is, the card is enough that it'll lay down inside. And then I'll wrap this back up. I'm not going to wrap it now because it'll be kind of noisy, but wrap it all back up, and then, as you can see, the pocket letter itself slides in nicely, but when I wrap the tissue paper around it, it kind of bows it out a little bit, but that'll be okay. Like I said, next time I know some of this stuff is trial and error, you just kind of, you'll get it right the next time. So, but I think these turned out nice. And like I said, these are for gifts. These aren't going to any crafters. They simply just have gifts in them. So there's that one. And then this one. Now this one is kind of, might have to redo this one, but it bowed out kind of bad on the sides, and I'm not real happy about that. So I may end up redoing this box before I send it out. I haven't decided yet. So I guess I made it a little too tight. My bad. So again, I wrapped this one the same way into some regular red tissue paper. This is all I had on hand. I ended up using up all of my holiday tissue paper that had holiday things on it. So now for this one, the ribbon isn't as see-through, so you can't really, I don't know if you can see, but there is plaid under there, but it's really hard to see through it. I was running out of supplies. I ran out of the Christmas trees, so I used what I had on hand for putting the belly band on this. And this is for my mother-in-law. And how did I get so many ribbons? Oh, I guess I put 3 on hers. I didn't even realize I used 3 ribbons. Anyway, so I wrapped this up again to try to match the lid of her box with the paper. And I already showed you this one before, but I'll show you again really quick how this turned out. I've shown you this layout a couple times, and her envelope and all the standard stuff. Again, I wrapped up her little wooden magnet that I made with some wrapping paper and put a ribbon around it. So that's how that one turned out. And for this one, I didn't coordinate the card as well, I don't think. I just made a simple Christmas tree. I tried making a shaker card. So, I don't know how well it turned out. It's just a plain little window. But I thought it turned out kind of fun. And I just left it as a plain tree on the front. And then on the inside, just stamped some trees. And I covered up the back like this. And I used some washi tape and season's greetings. So pretty simple card here. Nothing real fancy, I don't think. But I think my mother-in-law will like it. Like I said, I've really enjoyed making these. What I felt like was catered to the person that was receiving it. So I think my mother-in-law will enjoy that. And I'll just put a little Christmas tree on this one, since there's a Christmas tree on the card. And I didn't decorate any of the envelopes. Just left them plain with a simple little sticker on the back. And I'll do the same with this. It'll slip down inside. And then I'll rewrap everything when I go to mail it out. Trying to keep the noise as quiet as possible. And then the last one I have to show you is this one. This is from my other sister-in-law, and I did it with the candy cane on this one. Sorry for the crinkles. Okay, and there's this one, which I think I've shown you this one before too. Now, like I said, this ribbon was a lot. I ran out of the Christmas tree ribbon or tree ribbon. So I should have bought two. And then I think that looks nice with the box. And then it's done the same way with the little button on the front. And see, this one I made it too snug. The other one was too loose, and this one's too snug. But again, you kind of learn all this stuff as you're going along. So, and there was how this one turned out. I think I've shown this a couple times, but I guess I can show you again. This is how it ended up looking. Again, I wrapped the little wooden magnet that I made, put a little stocking on it, a couple little candy treats there, and the card and book and tea. So I did figure out I'd bought some caramel Santas. I guess they're made by Cadbury, little caramel Santas. They do not mail well. They heat up I guess they just melt too easily and they become mush. So I had to take those out of some of the pocket letters and opt for, I guess, sturdier candy choices. So when you're mailing out any pocket letters and you're adding candy, chocolate might not fare very well, but the Andes Mints, they hold up nice. They didn't melt at all. They were just fine. But the little Santas turned to kind of goo. So I had to take those out. And for this one, I made this card to kind of go with the same washi tape that I used. And let me see. And then this is the inside. The top with some stockings. I glittered those up. So that's a card I made for them. And so, I mean, it's not, like I said, I cut this little border out, myself. I don't, like I said, I don't have any die cuts, so everything's myself. I glittered this piece here with packaging tape. I cut out the little border, and then I put some clear packaging tape. I laid on some clear packaging tape, and then I glittered the packaging tape, so it gave it that glittery background there. So that was kind of fun. Might have to try that again on something in the future. So that'll tuck down in there. Let's see, for this one, I think I'll do the stocking as the closure. These little stickers have been great. I have enough left for next year, most likely. And maybe the year after that. Except for the snowflakes, which I used a ton of. So, and I'll just wrap this up later. When I go to mail it out, I'll repackage everything. So that's how those are going to go. And I'm going to wrap them up nice and all that kind of stuff. And then the last thing I want to show you is this little... I made it into a magnet. It was a card I was trying to make, so I didn't want to waste it. And I just stamped Merry Christmas and Silent Night, Holy Night on the back. I ended up messing up the inside, but I didn't want to, the front looked really nice, I thought, and I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to throw this part away. So to kind of salvage it, I guess, I just closed the card up completely and glued it down to itself. And then, put a little something on the back. and I made it into a magnet. And then I'm giving this to an aunt for the holidays. I'll include it in a card I'm sending her. But I stenciled this. I just got some alpha stencils I got at Walmart, and I used a Q-tip and used some stamp ink and just, you know, stamped the that. And then I did this also with stencils. I laid down a star and then a moon, and I used an X-Acto blade, or well, actually I used a box cutter, but I trimmed away the edges here. And then I colored this in with this is gold and silver ink. And I just used a Q-tip. I used a Q-tip to kind of smear it around to give it that soft, almost colored pencil look with the ink. And then it's got black paper on the background. And I don't know if you can see, but it's got stars and some hearts and things inside. So I thought that was kind of neat. Again, I didn't want to throw it away because I liked how that looked with the star and the moon. And let me see if I can find the pack really quick. Here we go. I got the stencils. Well, these are the letters. I don't know what I did with the pack of like I said, everything is such a mess right now. But I got these at Walmart. They're these, I guess, plexi stencils, and it came with these are the letters and numbers. I don't know what I did with the shapes, but it came with flowers and stars and hearts and just all kinds of things. And so I made this. That's how I made this. Shoot, I wish I knew where it was. I don't know where I put it. So that's an idea if somebody wants to tinker around with some. Hopefully I can get better at this. This was my first attempt at making something something like this. So once I get more comfortable with using my stencils and, you know, detail cutting everything out, I could attempt to do a process video of showing you how I actually made this. I'm a real messy crafter. That's why I haven't really made any process videos, because I get real messy and stuff goes all over the place, and yeah. I haven't figured out how to show a video yet without making a tremendous mess all over the place. So these are my finished pocket letters. This card. Let's see. And then there's this one. And the last one. So I've got those 3 pocket letters. That's how those turned out. And my little card / magnet that I made. So thank you so much for letting me share these ideas and packaging things that you can try and do with your pocket letters and send them out as holiday gifts this year. So thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great day.